Hi everyone! This presentation is going to focus on the relationship between familial beliefs, cultural context, and the development of eating disorders among adolescents. The primary objective of this study is to delve into the intricate relationship between familial beliefs, the broader cultural context, and the onset of eating disorders among adolescents. The significance of such an inquiry has become particularly salient given the recent spike in reported cases. Insights from this study are pivotal as they can guide targeted interventions in the psychological domain. In conducting this research, paramount importance is placed on ethical standards, ensuring respect for individuals, promoting well-being, upholding justice, and ensuring that participants are well informed and provide their consent willingly. The research question here is, are adolescents with contrasting familial and cultural pressures regarding body image more at risk for eating disorders? Our working hypothesis is as follows. Adolescents exposed to conflicting familial and cultural norms face a heightened risk of developing eating disorders. And our null hypothesis is as follows. Adolescents exposed to conflicting familial and cultural norms do not face a heightened risk of developing eating disorders. The existing body of research provides comprehensive background information on eating disorders, underscoring their status as a pressing global issue with multifaceted origins. Historically, research in this field has typically concentrated on individual and societal determinants in isolation. Some well-acknowledged influences on the development and prevalence of eating disorders include the pervasive spread of Western beauty standards advocating thinness, and the profound impact of family on shaping an individual's body image, perception, and attitudes. However, a significant gap in the current literature is the investigation into the convergence of family beliefs with the broader cultural setting, particularly its effect on adolescents. There is a pressing need to gain insight into these combined influences, which will be instrumental in formulating more targeted intervention and prevention strategies. Globalization has played a significant role in propagating Western beauty standards, particularly the ideals of thinness throughout the world. Concurrently, the influence of the family cannot be understated. Families predominantly mold an individual's self-perception and attitudes regarding body image. The interplay between these global and intimate factors is crucial in understanding the broader context of body image perceptions. Within various cultural contexts, the significance and interpretation The research framework employed for the study was rooted in a quantitative approach, emphasizing the acquisition of measurable data through well-structured questionnaires and tests. The study utilized a correlational design to ascertain the relationships between distinct variables. A cross-sectional methodology was adopted, wherein data was gathered at a single point in time. In terms of participant recruitment, the study aimed for a sample size of 200 adolescents, ranging in age from 13 to 19. A propulsive sampling strategy was implemented, deliberately seeking a diverse array of adolescents to ensure that the sample provided a broad and comprehensive representation. For this study, several instruments were utilized in the data collection process. The Eating Attitudes Test, EAT26, was employed to numerically gauge attitudes and behaviors pertinent to eating disorders. Additionally, a structured questionnaire was introduced to evaluate familial beliefs and perspectives concerning body image. Complementing these, a demographic form was used to amass background information on the participants. When it came to analyzing the gathered data, statistical methods like Pearson's correlation coefficient and multiple regression analysis were employed, aiding in discerning the strength and dynamics of the relationships amongst variables. The welfare and rights of participants were of paramount importance. Prior to participation, informed consent was acquired from the participants or their guardians, ensuring that they were well acquainted with the study's objectives, methodologies, and any inherent risks. Anonymity was strictly maintained, guaranteeing that all collected data remained devoid of any identifiable markers. Above all, the study staunchly adhered to key ethical principles, including respect for individuals, beneficence, and justice, as highlighted. From our data collection, there appears to be a noteworthy relationship between familial beliefs and the risk of eating disorders, as measured by our EAT 26 scores. Specifically, a positive correlation was observed between these two variables. As illustrated in our Table 1 with our data, when analyzing the association between familial beliefs and EAT scores, a correlation coefficient of 0.63 was obtained, which is statistically significant, with a p-value less than 0.05. This suggests that as familial beliefs intensify in a certain direction, there's a corresponding increase in the EAT 26 scores, indicating heightened risk or tendencies towards eating disorders. The relationship between cultural background and the When examining the amalgamation of familial and cultural influences, a heightened risk was discernible among adolescents. Specifically, adolescents who were exposed to conflicting familial beliefs and opposing cultural convictions displayed a more pronounced susceptibility. The juxtaposition of these contrasting values from both family and culture appear to amplify potential pressures and risks for this demographic. Potential avenues for future research in this domain might encompass several approaches and focal points. There's There are substantial connections identified between familial beliefs, cultural backgrounds, and EAT 26 scores. This underscores the urgency for studies that adopt a multidimensional approach to provide a comprehensive insight into these interrelationships. The overarching aim of such research endeavors is to cultivate culturally sensitive interventions and foster a more enriched understanding of eating disorders among adolescents. In wrapping up, our study shines a light on the intricate dance between familial beliefs, cultural norms, and the risk of eating disorders in adolescence. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. There is a myriad of factors at play, and as researchers, caregivers, or even curious individuals, understanding these dynamics is pivotal, not just for our academic pursuits, but to forge a world where our future generations can grow without being ensnared in conflicting perceptions of self-worth. Thank you.